Why did you decide to be an artist?
Wow. An artist. Me, I've been an artist since infancy. I mean, I was born an artist. So, it's in the soul. Somewhere 2008, 2009, then I decided to study art and then, turn it into a profession. All the same, we still do it as a hobby.
Which school, you mentioned studying, which school did you?
College of Art.
College of University?
Yeah, no. Ganata College of Art and Design. You heard of that, right?
No.
No, we are somewhere at Asalam Down. We do just art, nothing too much academic, a lot of practice. So before you come out, you have skill.
How many years did it take for you to acquire skills?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes, 3 years. Then I majored painting. So, you can say I'm a fine artist.
Okay. What is the motivation behind your works?
My works, motivation, I'll say intuition, but I don't know how to explain that.
Finally, in simple man's term, in layman's term, explain to us.
Okay, you see, I am attracted to emotions and then how they reflect in, especially, faces of people. So, I do a lot of, portraits.
Portraits?
Yes.
Do you have a specific target of people that you target to paint, or you just go random whenever you see somebody, or you call somebody to your studio, you get a person to sit down and paint the person? Okay,
nice question. I pick pictures from everywhere, from DPs of friends, from photos of people from Facebook, especially people that I know. And then besides that, I do a lot of commissioned portraits. So people say they want a portrait of themselves. They send pictures and then I draw.
How long does it take to finish one artwork?
One artwork, it will take me like between a day and 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, depending on the
painting
the
or
picture.
pencil work?
Pencil works.
What about painting?
Paintings. Okay, so myself, I don't do a lot of paintings, you see. So it will take me like about a week to do a portrait painting. You get it? I paint all right. I paint landscape, I paint all of the imaginative compositions, abstract, portraits, anything. But my passion is more with the pencils, and you'll be surprised the kind of things I can do with my pencils.
So why the time difference between the painting and the artwork?
Okay, so you see, every artist has their specialty. Like, some artists paint, almost always. So when you give them a paint and then you give me pencil, we may work the same time, you see. But, maybe when you give them pencils and then you give me paint, then the time will turn around. You see, I don't do paintings more often. It is more practice that, builds speed and then, let me say, accuracy.
Accuracy, consistency.
Yes. Sure.
How do you market your products? How do you get people to get in contact with you? You mentioned of people, you have commission works.
Yes, most of my commission works will come from referrals.
Okay.
Yes, and then, others will come from Facebook, the social media and co. And then, interviews like this one. When you are lucky to put your number on air. Some interviews you don't get to put your number on air, so people are like, yo, I saw you on TV, but I didn't know how to get in touch.
Is your passion lucrative? Art, is it lucrative?
It is lucrative, but in our setting, it's like the artist is almost always broke.
Why is that so?
Well, me, I think people are hungry. People are people are hungry in the sense that they haven't had what to eat. Then they will want to go and think about what to hang in their rooms. If you think of it.
How are you changing people's perception to be lovers of art, to appreciate what you do every day? How are you convincing the ordinary people to invest his money in art instead of going to buy fancy outfits or mention of food? Obviously you need to eat, but how do you get people to decorate their rooms with your paintings?
Okay, so I think it's a lot of work for us. It means that you have to go the extra mile and then show them things that, you know, they haven't seen, things that will readily attract them. You get it? Yes. So I can say we use the social media and platforms like this to show people. A lot of people don't know about art.
Exactly.
There are people when you say, you know, I paint canvas, then they ask you canvas, what is canvas? You get it? Yes. So if we are getting the artists to show what they can do almost always, I think that, you know, people will start to love art.
In your own way, what have you done to contribute to the art industry?
The art industry, I think I have one student now, so I'm passing on my my talent to someone else. And in the near future, I want to get more people to train.
Let's go to the money side. I'm interested in money. What goes into pricing? How do you price your product?
Okay, so pricing our product is almost like every other product. You consider time, you consider effort, then you consider okay, so it's time and effort. So time and effort will be calculated from the space you are working with, you see, and I love that.
Do you paint for people outside Ghana?
Yes, I've done a couple of portraits for people outside. Every now and then we get contracts like that.
Okay. Let's go to poetry. You are a poet.
Yes, I am a poet. I like to play with words. So,
exactly.
Yeah. And then, you know, when you talk about poetry, my poetry is, you know, when I started writing, then in a way, I found myself associated with poetry. Then I didn't know anything about poetry in Ghana. Like we had anything like the Halakases, we have Rainmakers. All of those are poetry associations that help to grow poets in Ghana. Then they are the people that identified with what I do. Some of them will say your poetry is more like music, it's more like rap. You see, yeah, but all the same we still have it, and so I call myself a poet. Maybe eventually I'll come to.
How do you combine painting and poetry?
Very easy. Very easy. Okay, so you know I tell people all the time that.
Are they interrelated to you?
Yes, they are very related. You see, when I drop something like, I know we just met, and I'm not in a haste to propose love, although I suppose that's what I feel. Let's start with friendship. In poetry, this one they will call it a line. And then when I should start doing pencil works, definitely you start with a line. So, you know, pencils, portraits, the art is starting with lines. And then poetry is also starting with lines. And then that's where it all ends. So I think, you know, that's the connection. They are very easy.
Your poetry, do you pick on social issues or just go and sit in maybe at a beach and think about, just imagine stuff and put them together and come and recite to us?
Okay, so when I started, most of my poems will talk about love, because I was that type who was always finding difficulty finding love. So when the emotions get me, then I put them into lines. Then, you know, every now and then issues pop up. We talk about everything, but even when I'm talking about politics, you still find love in there. So on some stages, they name me, you know, Loverman. I have that name, yes, Loverman. Then I'll say Shaba. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you know, I talk about love, and I attack love like, you know, it has been cruel. I wouldn't say dating, but I'll say, you know, my heart has been stolen.
By who?
Yo, some sweet lady.
Okay. Are you a spoken poet, or there are types of? Which one are you?
Me, I am a performance poet.
Performance. What's the difference between spoken and performance?
Okay, so spoken word is performance poetry, but I don't. You know, you see, some words ring very well in your ears, like you love to use them. I don't remember ever calling myself a spoken word artist. I feel like the word is too Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
Why
you know what I
cream?
mean by ice cream. That a big kind of thing. So you see, I don't call myself a spoken word artist. I say I'm a performance poet. And when I get the microphone and then, you know, there is a stage and audience. So I have these lines like that. When I get hold of a microphone and there is an audience, this is my happiness. Very shy, often quiet, but a little chance and I will talk till heaven falls. This is my happiness. I talk of love, I question life. I talk of sweet girls, guys, myself, you, my friends. I talk of school life and crazy days, breakups and heartbreaks, romance. Those are some ice cream poetry. Addiction, seduction, hardship. Your attention is my utmost concern. I hope you are listening.
Interesting. Okay, give us one about pep talk and about me.
About pep talk and about you. Okay, so that is where the issue arises. You see that some artists like Eminem and co. I fancy Eminem. I've never seen him do like a cappella. You know what I mean by a cappella?
Yes.
Like you look around you and then you pick things. So I haven't learned that yet. But when I learn that, I'll come back here.
No, you can't do this show without giving us an exclusive a cappella. Let me borrow your words. So just something. Let me say 5 lines about pep talk and about me.
Okay. So she's the one thing that gives meaning to living. Undeniably, the continuity of creation made surety. Raging storm, sand and sun, cold air and bright sky, shades of orange like fine velvet at sunset to the shore. It's always a beautiful place, but her face has always been blessing to behold. Colorful rocks, waterfalls, sweet fragrant flowers. She's the reason I'm here, and it's pep talk.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to you too.
Thank you very much. Let's move to the art industry. How has the industry promoted your art?
The art industry, I think, you know, poetry.
Art, poetry and everything, yeah.
Yes. I think, you know, we the up and coming poets, we will have to do a lot for ourselves if we really want to get up there. Because if you want to depend on the industry, so to speak, which, you know, you can say there isn't one.
But you made mention of some associations.
Yes, there are associations. There is Halakasa, there is Rainmakers, there used to be Anansi Night, and a whole lot. But you know, all of those associations, they seem to be bringing out artists, but they don't do a lot for us.
How?
Because, you know, they put you out there and then that's it. You know, they will create the platform for you. You come and then when there is a chance, you perform, test the art. And then that's, you know, as far as it goes. I think they can do more. That is why I say if you want to depend on them, then it means that you won't go anywhere.
What other challenges are you facing as an up-and-coming artist?
It's an up-and-coming artist. You see, when it will have to be that every artist has to put up their own show before they can get out there, then it becomes a challenge. So there are some artists in the industry already. You can say the big guys. They put up events every now and then they seem to want to, you know, help the up-and-coming ones, you know, by giving them a platform. But there is always that, you know, favoritism. It's like, you know, some monkeys are playing by sizes, and it's not fair. It's not fair in the sense that...
Are you sure? Because people are watching.
Yes. Yes, people are watching. I started doing poetry like chasing after poetry big time since 2014, and we are what, 2017. You haven't heard of me before?
No.
Yes. So you see, and then when we started, we were I don't know what you call it, the hunters. We hunted for poetry, we hunted for every stage, you see. Yes, so we chase after them, and then you play the doormat. You know what I mean by doormat? Yeah. Yes, a little bit. Yes, if you say stepping stone, it will be like they are stepping on us to jump somewhere, but you are more like the doormat. They, you know, yeah, rub your feet and then walk on. Oh. You get it? So that is how it has been. And then we have learned our lessons, and that is why some of us are, you know, have gone to hide a little bit. So since 2004 to 2017, it's been a long journey. And maybe if we kept chasing, we would get up there. But no one will want to be a doormat for how long can you be a doormat? You get it? Yeah. But there are big guys. There are a whole lot of big guys. I think they can do much. There is the Ryan Sonny, people of equal thoughts. There is Nana Sassi and Co. There is Sir Black. There is, you see, and all of this, Kwame Wright and Co. They are all poets. They are a poetry enthusiasts. They build a front for poets, but they are artists, and then they are putting up all of these. And they put it up to put themselves out. I think when you are down there and someone pulls you from the top, it makes it a little easier. Maybe they are doing their best. I can't say.
So what do you have to tell them?
Wow. Okay, I think what I want to tell them is that a lot of young poets look up to them. So much artists who want to be like them. We learn a lot from them. Maybe they are just like us, and they had to struggle their way to be there. But I think as far as they've gotten to, they can help pull some people up. There is a lot they can do. There can be workshops. There can be events where they sit back and then watch the young ones try to play like them, and they can feel like the big boys as they are. You get it? Yeah.
In your own capacity, have you tried organizing any event to invite your fellow up-and-coming artists or those who hiding, for the people to appreciate the art and also make themselves known to the world?
Yes, we tried one some time back, myself and my Rasta friends. Then
it flopped.
Yeah, I mean, it was a street thing. Then we had venue and everything else. But sometimes to getting poets on your show, you see, the same way that they put us on their shows for free because we want the platform. It's not the same when you are down there and then you want to organize an event. They won't come. You get it? They won't come. I can't call somebody like Dominic and then say, I want Dominic to be on my show for free. He won't come. You get it? So if you're organizing that underground show like the way I'm trying to explain, a street thing like that, it becomes a little difficult. Otherwise, you want to call the small boys that still play the doormat like myself. And then in a way, they also feel bad because the big boys do it to us. We talk about it. And then you are also doing it to them. They'll come all the way. Someone will come all the way from like Tema to Medina to perform. And then you didn't give him even, transportation. You get it? It makes, myself organizing an event becomes a problem. A lot of money and co have to go into it.
Let's move to Chalewote 2017.
Chalewote 2017. Yes, I've heard Chalewote is coming up, but I haven't really been involved. Last 2 years, I used to be a part of NME, Nima Muimanchi Art. Have you heard of them?
No.
Wow. Okay. Maybe you don't follow the art too much, but anyone who does knows about NME. It's
or maybe they've not publicized well for me to hear.
Yes, you can say that too.
Yes.
You can say that too because, they are painting walls almost everywhere in Accra. It's an art association, they hold art, workshops for the youth in Nima. Yes, every, they have their dates. I used to be a part of it. I used to help them train and co. And whenever there is a Chaluwote, they have, a spot where they paint and they display their art, and it's one of the ways that NMA is selling themselves big time. You get it? This year I haven't been a part of NMA, but I'm not really following Chaluwote too much.
But will you be there?
Definitely. There will always be poetry events, at some corners that, some of the boys like us, whenever they see us at events and then there is chance, they want us to put up a show because we always put up show. You get it? Yeah.
Get it. Thank you, Loverman.
Shaba.
Kese, right?
Thanks to you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this great episode of Pep Talk with Ghana. Portia. My name is Portia Arthur, lifestyle editor for Pulse Ghana. Thank you very much for watching.